Then I'll go ahead and move us over to that map. Is that the VA or is that the map?
Would the giant ape be able to smell the guards? I think I rolled a perception check not too long ago. I think he's got advantage on either scent or something.
Would he be able to what?
Like, let me see what he's got. No, he doesn't have that. Never mind.
That's not the right one. I gotta move you guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, hang on. Move you guys to this one. Sorry, I'm fixing a Foundry problem here real quick. One more time, Justin. Giant ape be able to what?
Would he's proficient in perception, but I thought he had something extra bonus for smell, but he does not, so never mind.
You sure? I thought I did.
I'm seeing it on his character sheet. No, not seeing it. It's okay.
Okay. I'm totally. Well, I would have believed you if you said they did, because I could have thought. I was pretty sure, anyways, that they did.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. Let's go ahead and put everybody in initiative here real quick, because we are now at the point where time is going to be a concern.
Shit.
Let me. Do I need to click that first? There we go. All right. Yeah, go ahead and here I'll put you guys in the combat tracker, and then you guys can click that for initiative. There we go. All right, everybody's in the combat tracker now. Crap. We got two foxes again. Hang on. I think I might see where that happened. Let me try deleting this one. Fox, click on the... Well, did you roll a 1 on your initiative?
Well, I rolled a 1 and then an 11, so I don't know.
Let me update that. Yeah, I see 11 there, so...
I see both, and it's from, like, both, but I only pressed the roll for once.
It's because you were in the combat tracker twice, which we had that happen once before, and I thought I had it fixed, but it might be an issue with the version as well. I don't know. What's up?
Out of curiosity, Fox, are you clicking the initiative button on the character page, or are you just waiting until you're added and then hitting the dice button on the combat tracker?
This time I did it through the combat tracker.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'd already added her when she clicked it, so I think that's exactly what happened. But it didn't used to work that way. It didn't matter where it was clicked, but it may be now. I forgot to put another body on there. That's fine. All right, so this is where we left off. Yeah, Nazim, you were around the corner there, is where you described it. So if you want to adjust yourself slightly, that's fine, as long as it's within that radius there. All right, so where are Ben? It looks like you're first in the initiative order here. You do hear the sound of flowing water, obviously coming from the other chamber. I'm gonna tell you guys.
Garrett, is Garrett conscious?
He is. He's barely. He had. I forgot to put him on, and the other body. He is right back there.
Because Garrett might know how to help with the locks, based on his background. Maybe.
I mean, you know that he is. You've seen him, pick locks before and so on before he got his current job. Let's say. All right. So, Ben, you're first. What are you doing?
Alright, the cell that has Theodore and Amar in it, is it open already? Or is
it's two separate cells, so you can see on the map there. Yeah, you're looking at one that has Avar in it, and behind you is Sarah looking through the bars to where Theodore is. And no, they're both you can reach out, obviously, grab the door and try to open it and see that it's locked.
Okay. Alright, the Norok special. If I pull on it instead of hitting it and kicking it and stuff, when I try to pull on it, how loud is it?
Not quiet. I mean, you could try to be quiet about it as much as you can, but I mean, it made a lot of noise when you heard one door come off of its hinges next door.
Alright, I'm going to. Well, Sarah's the only one next to me, right? Everybody else is down the hall, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nazim is up the stairs from you. He's not far.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to ask Sarah, what do you think? Should I Norok this, or should we try to be quiet and see if Garrett or Pogo can help pick the lock?
You know I can't help you pick a lock. I've got
Oh, yeah.
about 8 fingers.
Yeah, that's true. You are very large right now. You're bigger than me. Okay.
I mean, I'm not great at picking locks.
Well, those guards.
There's no way.
Those guards are gonna.
Are they coming from this opening that's like 10 feet from us? Are they coming from that way?
Below us or above us? Or
Okay, so here, I'm going to move you guys real quick, just Ben and Becky, just so you guys can see the hallway, since you would have walked here anyway. Up here is a hallway. This over here is where you guys came from, and you can see Pogo over there, Pogo the ape and everything. You guys came up these stairs, went over here to where Nazim is moving, and then down these stairs here and into this chamber, and that's where you found Avar and Theodore.
okay.
Okay, and the guards are coming from up
You could
north.
also
Up and to the left.
We could try hiding
Okay.
from the guards if anyone has any means of
I mean,
illusion magic.
I could cast darkness down here, but
Well,
if they try to shine a light down here, they're gonna
On the
notice
door,
that.
Like if Nazim just went through a door.
I'm gonna try and see, without giving away too much. I'm going to see what they are coming at us with, what type of weaponry,
Yeah, we're in order.
and
Yeah, it'll be initiative order, but that's, you can on your turn, yeah.
So
Sorry, so is Gara back where I am with over in that? Because I could send him over to you guys.
Yeah, right now, Garrett is behind Pogo. He's right next to the portal still. I'll tell you, too, by the way, the water is 2 feet in this area. He's already having to swim. And Arteme, in one more round, and you're going to be half speed as well.
Yeah, get this little dude fucking out of this water.
Yeah, he's 3 feet tall, yeah. If the electricity had still been going, you guys would all be screwed still. But, by the way, the stairs, the water is already climbing the stairs. So one more round, it'll be at the top of them. They're just, a short little 3-step type thing to get to the top. And the water's going to be filling the hallway here soon, too.
Okay, so I'll work as fast as I can on Clover.
Well,
The guards are coming either way. If you want to hold your action, I can split Cone of Cold to hit. Oh shit! Wait, how big is Cone of Cold? I don't want to hit them. 60-foot cone. There's no way I can set that up to where it'll just hit the doors and not them, right?
No. Not with the not really. Because they're not doors. They're portcullis. They're barred doors. So there's no it's not a solid object.
Thinking freeze the metal and hopefully it'll weaken it a little bit.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that it'll blast against the walls and then still hit them inside those tiny little cells.
So yeah, you do whatever it is Norok would do. The guards are coming either way, so.
well, all right. I'm going to Norok it then. I'm trying to pull my damn door.
All right. Strength check.
Everybody.
Strength check with disadvantage.
Are you raging?
Yeah, because my rage doesn't stop until I stop it now, right?
Yeah, you have perpetual rage now, don't you?
Yeah.
Or whatever that's called.
So
So
would it
I'm
be just
still
a
angry
flat roll?
Rage. Whatever it's
So it
called.
would make it a flat roll, right? Because I would
Oh,
have.
yeah. Yes, you have
savage
advantage
angry.
from rage, yeah. I'm pretty sure you have that now, don't you?
I think so.
Relentless
I
rage.
got it. The last level or the one before?
11th. Your rage keeps you from fighting despite grievous wounds. Alright.
Actually,
Yes.
no, I don't know if my, I don't know. Would my not be
You
able to
wouldn't-
roll
you can't
ones within 30 feet still?
Do you have yours, honey?
They
I
threw a
certainly
wall,
do.
though.
I don't know.
I have one left. Go for it.
I thought you used the last one last time. All right. It isn't the one that I thought it was anyways, G, because Relentless Rage is the one that if you die, if you drop to 0, you just pop right back up. Which actually you should have remembered, because when you went unconscious, that would have been useful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You would have made a DC 10 con save, and if you succeeded, you would have jumped back up with 1 hit point. So that would have mattered. But I don't see the permanent rage one, but it hasn't... Oh, there it is. Persistent rage. At 15th level. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. Only if you fall unconscious or if you choose to end it. Which you fell unconscious, so it did end. Never mind. After all of that. But
Then for this reroll, is it okay for me to rage first and then reroll, or is
Yeah,
that
that's
fair?
fine. Yep.
Okay. Then I'd be angry again, and then I'll. Oh, so hang on.
You get mad that the door didn't open when you first rolled it, so...
It's going down. Oh, bar. All Alright, there we go.
All right.
And... okay.
Hit rage again, G. I didn't add it there, so that'd be a 17. You lifting up on the bar, seeing how how it's connected. You try to pull it up, and it won't come off. It's still stuck on there. You didn't get any bend or anything to it with a 17.
Okay.
That if your turn.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Sarah.
Okay, so am I starting the circle now? That's 10 rounds to get everything done.
Yeah, well, we probably need to
The sooner the better, yeah.
GTFO, so...
Alright, then I'm going to use my item interaction to hold out my family signet ring to my dad.
Okay.
And then use my action to start making the circle.
Okay. He, by the conversation at the very end of last week's session, he started to calm down, realizing that you actually are who you say you are. Coupled with the fact that you're trying to get them out has certainly helped. He calms down. He starts to step away from the bar. He's got his hands up, but not in a fear gesture, but more in just trying to give you room to break the bar down after what Morok is attempting on the other door. Make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage?
Yep.
Disadvantage.
Ooh.
Well,
okay.
they were both 4s, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, never mind. But you are starting to guess the circle of return.
Yep.
All right. All right. So you're starting to draw. This is round 1. Bringing us to Nazim.
Okay. From the last session, we heard them running down the hallways, and I think you said we saw a light coming through the hallway.
Yeah. So
is it
at
from
least
the
one of
north or
them
the
is carrying.
south?
It's from the north, and one of them is at least carrying a torch. Basically, is what it looks like, flickering light.
Gotcha.
At one point, I'm gonna move you real quick. At one point, you would move to the end of this hallway and look northways to see it, and you could see that there were other. Do you see the 2 that have stairs there? Obviously, 3 technically, and then 1 to the south, 2 on the left, and 1 on the north. Those are all stairs, but the hallway turns around and goes eastward. So this is I was originally describing a U, but on the map, because of the shape, I guess it's more like a C. Yeah, there you go. So they're coming from the right side of the C, essentially, if that makes sense. I'll go ahead and move you back, but that's where they're coming from, so you have an idea there.
All right, so what I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to use a potion of healing on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to heal back 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
So how do I do that? Just do 2d4.
Just click the other formula. Just click that other formula button. There you
sorry.
go. All right. Well, you rolled better on the second one too, so it's a 1 and a 4, so it's not great, but still 7 hit points back anyway.
Okay, 7. That brings me to 28. I'm going to use my movement, and I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 20, 25. And at this position, I'm going to actually hold, so I can see down the hallway, but I am just exposing just the bare minimum of my head.
Okay.
I'm doing this for a purpose. As soon as I see them walk around the corner, I just want to assess what they're carrying, weapon-wise, how they're going to be attacking, and that's all I'm going to do.
So on your at the very end of the last session, you were holding your action to do Eldritch Blast. If you saw them, are you not doing that now? Or are you just going to be focused on perception?
Focusing on perception, I need to know exactly what they're going to attack us with.
Okay.
If they come around that corner.
Okay. All right. That's action, bonus action, and reaction and movement. So that's it for Nazim's turn. Anything else as far as reaction? Okay. All right.
That's it.
Bringing us to Pogo.
So Pogo, as a giant ape, is going to kind of look in and watch as she is undoing some tubes and trying to do some stuff with that person. Mm-hmm. Looking in the other cell where there's a person, is this other person also all filled with tubes and not reacting, like they're all half
Correct.
of the person?
Not half. Well, in that this one still has legs. It's just Clover that is missing from the waist down. This one looks like a full, I was going to say intact human male, but that sounds not right. But is not missing legs. It is a human male with an expensive haircut, I guess is how I'd put that. The hair is about the only part you can see because it's covered in a sheet from the neck down, and it has well manicured hair, which is very not common in this kind of facility.
As an ape, I'm going to go ahead and, looking around, knowing where other people went, I'm going to grab Garrett, and I'm going to just pick him up,
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and just walk. There we go. Walk up here, and I'm going to put Garrett down.
Okay. He doesn't
Actually,
resist, so he goes with you.
Does Garrett want to be put down?
He didn't resist. He's not sure what you're gesturing at. He knows it's you, but he's just like he's kind of standing there now that you've set him down. Like he definitely would wanted to have been picked up and moved out of the water for sure because he was struggling to swim. But now he's kind of standing there with his hands up.
I will use my action to dash. I could see Nazim. I'll probably go check down here. I'll probably just put him down here if it's dry.
Okay.
And then
I'll tell you that as an ape, just passively, you'd be able to smell that Norok and Sarah are down this way, and hear them probably as well. So,
in that case, yeah, you know what? I'm just trying to think as an ape. I'd just probably use my full motion and get him about there. Oh, maybe one more, and then I just put Gareth down, and then kind of like sit in the room looking at what's happening. So that is my turn.
Okay. Gareth shouting over to Norok, who is trying to break the bars down. I can help you with that if you get out of the way. And that brings us to Artemis.
Sorry, I don't want to be in the circle. I want to be on the edge of the circle.
Well, if you're having to draw it, yeah, you have to kind of keep moving around the outside of it anyways. It's a 10-foot radius and you're 3 feet tall, so you can't just, stretch an arm over to reach the other side. Fox, what you doing?
Like I said, I'm operating on my Clover.
Okay. Give me a medicine check with advantage. And as you're doing that, describe, I guess, what you're specifically trying to do. So these two, you gave a little bit of detail in Discord, but I want to make sure I understand it because this could have, significant effects.
So I'm using my dagger to gently cut around the tubes are to try and pull them out. And the deeper they go, I'll keep making small cuts. And once I have all the tubes out, then I'll use my healing spirit to heal her, or a different healing spell.
So, when you say cutting around it, you mean the skin around where the tubes are inserted? Okay, so you start slicing as carefully as you can, obviously trying to not damage her, but just extract the tubing. And you see immediately that within an inch, the tubes aren't just under the surface. They are going through the rib cage. They're going down underneath the collarbone and down through the rib cage. You don't know, you can't tell by that where they're terminating, how far in they go. And just if you were, I guess how I'll say this is with a 28, which is certainly more than enough to recognize where this could be going. They could be down towards her heart. It could be anywhere in her torso. And if you just pulled them free, even if you kind of freed up the flesh around the tubes, it could be it could kill her essentially.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do it slowly. Like I'm slowly gonna keep going from the flesh to see where they're going from, and then gently disconnect them and then pull them out. I'm not just gonna yank them out. That makes sense.
So that's like exploratory surgery, and that is much. I mean, you'd literally be having to flay her chest open, almost potentially the whole way, depending on how far down they go. It's basically you'd be having to cut down through the pectoral muscles.
Okay, so what are the tubes connected to?
The other side, they go up into the ceiling. They go up through a hole in the ceiling.
Can I cut them from the ceiling?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, you could cut them right from where they are at her chest. What I meant is that you can't just pull... Well, you wouldn't know what will happen if you just pull them free, and I'll tell you with it rolling a 28 that you could expect that would be probably a lot of damage to her.
Okay, so what I'll do instead then is I'll cut them, outside of the skin, and then bring her towards everybody else.
Okay, all right. That I'll tell you that with that 28, that sounds like a more safe choice. You could work on potentially extracting them in a safer location where you don't literally have to, cut her entire torso open to get to it. So you begin to cut into these kind of rubbery almost tubes, and as soon as you do, one of them is splashing out like a thin greenish liquid, like a milky green almost, and the other one is blue, like just straight blue, like a cerulean blue almost. So two different odd colors, not anything that you recognize by the look of them. They're both like a slow pump. Shit, with a 28. Each. Okay. I'll tell you, even with a 28 though, they don't look like anything you recognize, but that there is some pumping action even happening means it probably is going into the heart. because it's not a strong pump. It's a kind of a slow pulse, I guess, like a heart would be. So you're basing it on that. You do cut it with a few inches, let's say, of the tubing left from that, and she is no longer connected to the building at this point.
Okay.
That takes your action to do so. Any bonus actions or movement?
I think summoning the healing spirit is bonus, or is it an action?
It's an action to do it, and then I think it was an action to do it, and then bonus actions to move her on your turns, if I remember right.
Well, it says healing spirit bonus action.
Yeah, but I think that's the. Let me find it again. What, level 2?
Yeah, it's level 2.
It is. Jesus, why am I blind here? This is one we've looked at 1,000 times. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the spirit up to 30 feet into a space you can see. It's not listed there. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check here, but I'm pretty sure it's an action. Because we've checked this one before.
Yeah, and I can never remember. It's because it's listed as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So I guess it'd have to be listed as action and then the bonus in the fine print.
Yeah, I'll change it if so. It is a bonus action to cast. All right, never mind.
I'll cast it. I'll heal her a bit, and then I'll send it. And then once in my next turn, I'll send it over to Norok.
Okay, so you're putting it right there. It's within range to be able to touch both of you since you're close enough to it anyways. So you can go ahead and roll the initial heal for it, and then that'll bring us to Gareb. Go ahead and roll that whenever you've got it, Fox. Gareb then, being set down by Pogo, rushes over towards Sarah, trying to kind of get out of her way as she's trying to draw the circle, and Norok. Which one do you want me to try first? We need to get them out of here, right?
Either way, just start working. They both cut you.
All right, he tries to kind of shove you out of the
Great
way.
dad.
yeah, not even the children first. One. Yeah, it's not even children first either. It's the
old man or the child. Child's lived a good life.
I mean, it doesn't matter which one we get out first because we're getting both of them out, right?
Well, we'll see.
Well, Sarah's not leaving without her dad, so.
Yeah, I figured that much.
It's only her fault that he got caught in this all over again. He has to almost kind of stand on tippy toes to be able to reach where the hole is in the jail cell door, and holding one pick in his mouth and then trying to kind of align the tumbler with the other. He does manage to rotate the tumbler, and you hear a click, and the bar begins to swing open. All right, he's done. Sarah, when you're ready, I'll need to kind of move you out of the way to get to the other one.
Yep.
And that'll bring us to Norok. So Avar's door is open, G. What are you doing?
Alright, I'm going to tell him to actually kind of step out above where I was standing.
He rushes past you, and he doesn't have a weapon or anything like that. He just kind of gets past you and sees the giant ape. This is a good ape, right? He's a friend?
Yeah, that's Pogo.
Do we have, anybody have a stick or anything I can use? And he's rushing up the stairs.
You need to get back here. This way, dude. Come on.
He's rushing off to go beat people up, you think? That's as far as he can make it, is to the top of the stairs, or to the bottom of the stairs there, rather. What you doing, Holmes?
20, 15 or 20, I think. 25.
That's 20 right there.
Alright, I'm going to tell him, alright, stop, buddy. Don't move anymore. We need to go back this way. You go back towards the circle, but don't step in it, okay? Seraphina needs your help drawing the circle. That's going to help us get out of here.
Yeah, we're killing them before we get out of here, right? I'm not turning around until they're dead.
Well, that's fine, but why don't you go over and help Seraphina so that way when we do kill them, then we can get out of here. And you can, me and the giant ape are going to block the way, okay?
Make a persuasion check. Sarah, you're next. I would say that your familial relationship may have played a small part in that. He probably would not have been convinced otherwise. He's the kid version of a rage, non-barbarian version of a rage. He just stops there at the bottom of the stairs. I'll wait here. I can't help her with the drawing anyway. Is that water I hear?
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be coming this way. So that's why we got to get the heck out of here, buddy.
All right. So that was just movement, really. You didn't have action or bonus action.
I am going to wait here.
Okay.
And I don't know if they'll be close enough, but ready my action to attack a guard if they get too close.
Okay. All right. That'll bring us to Sarah.
All right. Well, moving my way over here, and I'm just going to keep on working on the spell because I don't have anything else to do.
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I don't have any bonus actions that'll help right now.
All right.
So
Then that will bring us to Nazim.
Okay. So they still haven't come around the corner yet, I assume?
They have not.
All right. Am I hearing them getting closer and seeing the light getting closer? And can I estimate how many turns until they arrive based on that information?
Without seeing you, the pace that they're moving, it won't be this turn, but next turn. It'll be like probably near the end of the next turn, basically, as far as initiative order goes.
Okay, that works. I will use the last of my healing potions then to heal one more time.
Okay.
Click on that really quick. Hit other formula. 10. Brings me to 38.
All right.
I don't know how to remove those two out of my inventory, but I'm out pretty much.
Okay.
All right. And then what I'll also do is, once again, I will prepare by looking down the hallway to assess what weaponry they're going to be attacking us with and determine how they will attack us by only exposing the bare minimum of my head and eyes, so staying as stealth as possible around the corner.
All right. That'll bring us back to Pogo.
All right. Is anyone requesting my assistance for anything right now? Is anyone looking at me and trying to do any kind of articulation?
Are both cells open?
Well, I should say whoever's still in this room, so Arteme or Garrep. I'm gonna kind of like pat the wall, like quietly, like.
Garrep had moved Sarah out of the way to try to start picking the lock on.
Okay, so he's picking the next lock. Good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so it's on his turn. He will be. He's not yet. He's just moved her out of the way. So that he can get
I'm
there.
gonna direct the ape to go to where Sarah and Garrep just left.
Oh no, I'm already there. I'm in the other cell.
You're already
I'm
moved.
in here with Garrep and Arteme. You're over in the other thing alone. Hope you're gonna be okay. You can, you can like call me if you need me, but the guards might hear. I just went over here because.
Well, as soon as I can, I'm moving Clover to where everybody else is.
All right. Well, here's anyone in this room requesting anything from the ape?
Nope, I'm just focused on the circle. So as long as you guys get in there in 9 more rounds.
Okay. Can I roll a perception check to see if I hear or smell the guards coming from the place?
Yeah.
Not bad.
You can definitely hear them that they are approaching. They're not trying to be quiet about it the way that you guys are. There is just a bunch of other noise also happening, mostly water filling. I'm going to tell you that as soon as you get to the top of the stairs, you can see it's only maybe an inch of water on the ground now, filling the hallway there. It's about it's over 3 feet at this point, probably maybe 3.5, closer to 4 even in the other cell where Arteme is.
All right. Let's see here. Bug it.
I have a question.
I have an idea of what.
I was wondering if you were going to catch that. I've been trying to say this the entire time, and nobody was paying too close attention.
Oh,
but
when the water gets here, it's going to fill up this fucking thing.
She's drawing a circle.
I'm drawing
with
on the floor.
With chalk.
It's going to wipe it out.
Well, the good thing is you only wasted 1 round.
Yeah, but that also wastes the spell components. Which
out?
will leave me with this. I will have 1 left after this. That is it.
Alright.
We'll have to buy more.
will.
I was kind of hoping that nobody would notice and that the water would start spilling down the stairs and then wipe it out, but it's funny that I'm glad that you caught it. It's just funny to me.
I'm going to go ahead and use my action and to dash my movement. It'll get me right back in this room.
Okay. You can storm through the water without it slowing you down at this pace.
Well, just, I think I got me right about here. So now I'm back in the room, but that's all I can do. But this way I can help you if you need something. It didn't seem like there's anything else I could do in the other room.
Well, Arteme, I mean, you as an ape can see this, that Arteme can't swim and also carry Clover at the same time, so that potentially could be useful.
If Clover is like disconnected completely,
I cut her off. Yeah, I cut her out of it.
I mean, you probably give it to me, and I could hold Clover.
Yeah.
And walk her over.
Sure. I'd say that, but since your guys' turns are back to back anyway, I could say that you can accomplish that on your turn is coming up anyways here, Arteme, so you can give it to Pogo, and Pogo can kind of keep her head above the water, obviously.
Yeah, because if you've already got half speed, you're going to be carrying someone.
Exactly. Yeah, her getting out of there before the water fills the chamber, trying to swim and carry, even though it's only her torso, would still be too difficult potentially, or at least very difficult to do without water breathing. All right, Arteme, it's your turn.
Okay, I guess I'll motion to Pogo, ape Pogo to kind of take Clover and start walking.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna tell the spirit to go to Norok.
Okay. You can move her 30 feet, so I'll say that, you know what, she's a spirit. You know that she's in the next chamber. I'm going to say that she can go through the wall. That's fine. You won't necessarily know where, because you can't see Norok, but you know that the spirit could go through the wall. So if you send her 30 feet in the other room, we'll say she's there-ish. Norok, you see the kind of greenish hue splashing against the walls behind Avar and yourself in the hallway there. You know that's Arteme's healing spirit. So that's bonus action, Arteme. Doesn't really take in. I would say that
point I could see though.
Oh, it does. Never mind. Shit.
So
okay.
Would I once I move, I would technically be able to see Norok? Yes.
Not where he is. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to get up there anyways that fast.
Okay.
But so you can see the top of the stairs. You can get her to the top of the stairs.
Move it.
Yeah, I'll get her to as far as I can, see, and then just keep going.
Sure.
Moving her as we go.
All right.
Does it heal whenever it touches somebody?
Yeah, it heals when it touches somebody.
Sweet. Do I get healed from this as well?
Yeah. You got a heal last week from it too. It was 68. That's what that big heal was.
Because people were around, I just did the full heal at once instead of doing small heals. So I just put all the dice.
Yeah, because it was a full the minute worth. But go ahead and roll the 1 round heal. Yeah.
Get a 15.
Woohoo!
All right. Sorry, I had to reply to a work email real quick here. All right, that will bring us back to Garup. Garup is going to attempt to pick this other lock. There we go, with advantage. Also gets that one. The second door, Sarah, as you're trying to draw on the ground, I guess you can decide in a moment here if you're going to interrupt or what you're going to do there. But he's kind of trying to step over you without hitting you in the head or anything like that as he's picking the lock. But the lock picks open. Theodore rushes out. He does... This wouldn't interrupt your drawing if you choose to continue to do so, but he does kind of bowl you over to give you a big hug. I didn't think you were coming. They kept torturing us with these things that looked like you and they weren't you. But you're really you this time. This is I can't believe you're here. What do I do?
Just stay back here for right now until we figure out what the hell it is we're doing.
He rushes behind you. He's seen you draw a circle before, so he's waiting there. That is it for Garrup's turn. Norok, your turn, G.
All right. I think there's one on me. I'm going to give one of my hand axes to Ivar.
All right.
I'm going to arm a child. So that way. Come on, man.
At least show him which side is sharp, right?
I just became a dad, a month ago on the game?
Yeah, really.
Or so, whatever it was.
It's been a little longer than that, but yeah, it's probably 3 months ago.
I mean, honestly, that's probably pretty accurate.
Just think of
Boy.
the movie. Yeah, just think of the movie Big Daddy, but with axes instead of cans. Of food in the grocery store. So.
The beer.
I mean, it could be cathartic for him to help kill the guards that tortured him.
Exactly.
That's clearly the situation. That's what he's looking for. Yeah. So, all right. That it for Norik's turn then?
Yeah, I'm just also going to continue to wait here. I'm sure I can see the water coming, but there's not really. Is there anything that I can do to put in the way? Is there anything kind of like tables or anything I can flip over? Try to block the hallway up to the right.
No, there isn't like so this map. By the way, guys, sorry, this map sucks. I couldn't find one that was appropriate, so I had to draw one in Dungeon Draft, and it doesn't do. Like you can't remove wall sections and some other annoying problems, so it looks like shit. But as far as there isn't any actual furniture anyway. Like the place is relatively cleared out, at least down here. Like there just isn't anything useful that somebody prisoner could escape and bust a table leg off type of thing. Yeah. So
all right, then I'm going to again hand that axe to Avar and tell him that if he has to defend himself, and otherwise try to stay out of the way and not get himself hurt.
Okay.
And I'm going to just continue to wait here and ready my action because I know those guys are probably going to be here soon, so I can try to hold them off so they can have a circle.
All right, then it's Sarah's turn. The water begins to spill down the steps under your feet, Norok.
Okay. Could I start transferring it? This is like a solid wall back here, right? Where Jareb is standing next to.
That it's too short. It's not 10 feet tall. It's a window.
Right. Okay.
The back wall is a window. Well, it's not floor to ceiling though. It's just 6 feet up until it gets to a window.
All right. Well, looks like I'm abandoning this because there's going to be no way to save this. So. Oh, come on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, what? Alright, 20.
Yeah, that's only, a few inches, so you can run through that just fine. You missed it stepping or something? Oh, it was a paint. Okay.
Yeah. Shit. Who's in the doorway? Avar?
Avar's in the doorway. That's just a a jail bar door that's all the way open. Like it's not in either. It's not blocking your way at all. And it's about 10 feet wide, so there's enough room for you to pass it.
Alright, then I'm going to 15, 20, 25. God damn it. Stupid wall. 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna Misty Step up here.
Okay.
And then do I hear them sound like they're coming down the hallway?
Yeah. Yeah, you do. I would say that it's audible now pretty easily, even with the water.
I'm gonna put myself back down. Sorry, I forgot about that.
You're fine.
Like they're gonna get to me before my next round?
No, not yet. They're without having to giving specifics of it, and they're not around the corner just yet. They still sound like they're a round away. It'll probably be next round. Shit, before your next turn, maybe. Actually, sorry, I was thinking next round, but yeah.
Just a quick question. Last week, Nazim was able to go down those stairs to the upper left and see that there were more cells. Is that correct?
Yes.
May I just go over there, just take a quick look, just so I remember what it looks like?
Sure. Yeah.
I'll move myself back, of course.
Yeah, don't go past that first set of stairs, but yeah, you can go up there. Look, you're not actually moving; you're just revealing.
Is
the map.
everybody seeing something else than I am? All I see is like the picture of the cells.
Yeah, Fox, you're on the wrong map. Shit, I did not realize you were still on that one. I accidentally loaded that, and then I pulled everybody to this one, and I thought I got everybody, and I just realized I didn't, Fox. So we've been on this map this whole time. Yeah,
that's why I'm being so
everyone else is really good at theater of the mind.
Shit, I see why it's not working. I keep trying to click on it to pull you to the map, and I had to do it 3 times, and then it looks like it finally worked. So for whatever reason, it didn't.
Scenes until resource fish. Okay. So
okay.
Now it's loading.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry. But so when I did it, it must have given you that error the first time too, or at least I didn't see it because I had to do it multiple times before it finally let me pull you over to the scene.
It's probably because those 2 actors and it was being weird.
I think so. Yeah. I think that's exactly what it is. But I still haven't gone through to fix everything since the update. Yeah. Go ahead, Sarah, and then Arteme, I'll try to fill you in a little bit there.
All right. So I'm gonna retcon a little bit. I'm gonna handed my dad the envenoming dagger as I ran by.
Okay.
And just told him, we can't do the circle here. It's gonna get wiped out. But stay behind us. If the water gets too hard, start going up the stairs.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit Norok with a haste as I run by.
Concentration.
On my action.
Oh, you're not concentrating anymore. That's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Norok, you are hasted. Oh, by the way, Artemis, I think I forgot to mention this. You are also exhausted. It's already on your sheet. I put it on for you. But you're exhausted from the haste that fell off while you were a shark, remember?
Oh, okay.
So you have a minus D4, minus 1d4 on all of your checks and attack rolls and things like that. That medicine check, by the way, that 28 you got was with a minus 1d4 on it, by the way. So you rolled really well.
Yeah, because I have double proficiency in it, or 1.5 proficiency in medicine.
I didn't think haste doesn't give you exhaustion. It just makes you can't do anything for a round. You lose a round at the end of it.
Yeah,
for your
that's
next turn.
right, isn't it?
Yeah,
when the spell ends, the target can't move or take actions until after its next turn with a wave of lethargy sleeps over it. That is correct. Here's the thing. She did something right as the haste fell in that she exited through the portal where she would have been stuck standing there. I was thinking that was exhaustion. I'm going to go ahead and take the exhaustion off because I don't want to, we're not going to retcon that. But that would have probably meant that Artemis would have fallen unconscious inside the room. Because she would have fallen unconscious, turned back from a shark into regular Artemis form, underwater, not been able to get out of the room. Pogo picked her up and carried her through, or grabbed her as he was running by. Didn't you, Pogo, when you were running through as an ape?
Yeah, he picked me up and brought me through.
Yeah. So she would have been unconscious, but I don't want to go back and retcon all of that.
Well, I was unconscious when he brought me through the portal, but then I was given a potion.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So you would have an exhaustion from that anyway, and so would Norok actually. So let me put those on, and then we'll just call it good from there. From falling unconscious and then having the lasting injury. Right. So Ben has.
Well, I healed myself after though.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
I guess the exhaustion.
The exhaustion doesn't fall off. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So the exhaustion stays on until your next long rest. Anytime you fall unconscious, you get one level of exhaustion. That was a house rule that we put in for making, getting knocked unconscious actually have some kind of an impact, rather than just being. Yeah. We just haven't had people fall unconscious too frequently all that lately. So. All right, so Sarah, you retcon in that you give him the dagger, run up the stairs, Misty step to as far as you can. Anything else?
With haste.
And hit, okay. All right,
that's
bring us to
movement
Nazim.
action bonus.
All right, Nazim, where you are standing, you can hear obviously that they're coming around the corner there. I'm going to tell you that you see the first person visible evidence of someone coming around a corner there. It is a somewhat burly-looking guy in like imperial regalia with a great sword held in both hands, holding in front of him as he's kind of stepping forward. And there's somebody with a torch behind him.
Okay, so they are some form of melee damage, sword, shield, blunt objects, things of that nature.
It looks like a jail guard, except this guy is pretty large. But other than that, yeah, he's just a human. Looks like a big guy. That's it.
Good old-fashioned prison shillelaghs. All right, then I will do this. I will make my movement, and as soon as I move out from this corner, they will probably see me now on their turn. Correct?
As soon as you step out, they will see you. Yeah, right. I'm going to say that right now. Just your head, especially dark at the end of the corridor here. They wouldn't necessarily see you if you're not moving.
And they are running at full speed around that corner right now?
No, they're not. They're not running. No, they have been moving carefully down the hall and checking each you guys can't see them, but basically checking the other cell blocks as they move this way.
So they're basically on patrol.
They heard a ton of noise and water, and they're coming to investigate. They're just making sure, checking the doors, that they're not going to get ambushed.
So clearly, if they see something wrong, they will run after that person.
They heard a jail door being ripped off of the wall and water pouring into the cell. They know something's wrong and are coming to investigate.
Perfect. We'll go ahead and use that. So what I will do is this. I will purposely move to this very specific location, and I'll explain why in just a moment.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. Specifically here.
Okay.
The reason why is I want to have visibility to these 2 people up top, or 3 people, or however many people are up there. And I have visibility to the center bottom jail cell. Is there a way I can put like a ping thing, like a little?
I think if you click and hold down what you're talking about, I think right there. Okay.
So I can see inside of here right now. This is a closed jail cell.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I can do then is I will ready my arcane gate spell, because they will start chasing as soon as they see me now, and I will cast Arcane Gate as soon as they reach this spot and they start running towards me, in an effort to have them suddenly run at full speed with momentum through my Arcane Gate and come out the other side inside this locked cell.
Okay.
And as soon as they run through, I shut the portal.
Okay. All right.
So I'll ready Arcane Gate and prepare
that's fine.
as they run through with momentum.
Yeah, so you can ready it that you cast it and then take a half step backwards and let them run through the gate, through the doorway. Got it.
Precisely.
Cool. All right, got it. So that will take your action and reaction to do that. Any bonus actions?
That's it for now.
All right, that brings us to Pogo. So Pogo, you are now carrying a half of a clover.
Being a giant ape, I am obviously very sensitive and understanding of the physicality of this very fragile person.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to very gently hold it as I make my way back up past Artemis. I'm going to kind of do a big monkey step over her, just to kind of get around her. If I'm guessing she'll let me.
She's kind of floating almost at this point anyways. You could almost, shove her in the water, but...
Let's see here. And then, so in the hallway, I can probably smell or know that I can hear the people up front, so I will use my... wait, is Garrett still down there?
He's at the back of the cells. He just unlocked one, yeah. He's way to the south of you. He's at the far southern part,
Artemis still down there? I'm sorry, not Artemis. Sarah?
No, I'm right next to you.
All right.
You should be able to see her. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. Let me fix that for the ape so you can actually see. It shouldn't be like that, so... I didn't realize why you're having trouble seeing where everybody was here.
That's okay. And then I would just come to this corner and...
There you go.
Nazim has already gone around the corner, or is he holding his action right here?
You can see him stepping around the corner. You can see him just over there. He's just north of you.
Okay. I guess I would
there. There you go.
I guess I would just go into the corner.
Big ass gorilla will get them running.
Well, I'm just gonna kind of hold the as soon as I see the guards. Real quick, is Sarah's dad out here? He hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
He's still down.
He's down in the cells.
He's not in the cell, but he's in the hallway with him.
He's unlocked. I just want to make sure that Garrett didn't shit.
Everybody's freed if you can get them out of here now, yeah.
I am going to
find someplace dry.
I'm going to move there, and then I'm just gonna sit down. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna stand up, but I'm not gonna look threatening. I'm just gonna stand up, filling up the hallway a little bit, being careful to shield.
A non-threatening giant ape that fills an entire hallway.
I'm not guarding teeth. I don't know exactly if these are people that we are gonna need to be killed. I don't know what's going on. I'm an ape, so that's my.
All right, that's fair. Give me a perception check with Pogo. And you know what? Actually, shit, this is almost below passive, except for your distraction here. You hear a very weak murmuring, kind of over your shoulder as you're holding this torso, and it's saying this over and over again. It's clearly not. What's the word I'm looking for? Not fully conscious, I guess. Like a almost talking in its sleep kind of a thing.
Oh, from the body I'm carrying?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Clover.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clover, and it's saying Caius.
Flow. She's gonna have to go by Flow.
When you lose your legs, you'll also lose half of your name, apparently.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. He doesn't understand.
Sarah's right behind you, though. Sarah would immediately recognize that Clover is still eyes closed, still, barely coming to consciousness, it seems like. And Sarah would recognize that name, of course. That's the name of the Emperor.
Okay.
And you're close enough to be able to hear that, right next to Pogo. So, all right, is that it for Pogo's turn?
That is all I'm doing.
All right, brings us to Arteme.
Okay, I'm moving up.
All right. Yeah, so I meant to go over that to you too, Fox. So obviously that chamber was filling with water. It is, at this point, it's about probably 5 feet, so there's only 3 feet left before it hits the ceiling. It is this hallway here is about maybe 1.5 feet of water at this point. As it's filling in from the portal down there. So it is rapidly filling this hallway and then splashing down the steps where Norok is standing to your west.
Okay, so where is everybody? I don't see anything.
I'm going to move you around real quick just so that you can see everybody, so that you know where everybody is. Your healing spirit's next to you, and then I'll put you back, Fox. Norok is right there on the steps, and Avar is right there. That's Theodore and Garup down that way, and that was the circle that Sarah was drawing. Then back up here is Pogo at the end of the hallway, and Nazim right there, and Sarah's right behind Pogo. Right there.
Okay. So I'm gonna move as far as I can towards Sarah to help her with the circle.
Okay. You can make it to probably there. Yes, it's not enough to be limiting your movement yet. It is limiting Sarah's movement now, though. Now that it's 1.5 feet, because it's half of her height. So yeah. So there we are. That was just movement. Fox, do you have action, bonus action? Bonus action was move the healing
action
spirit.
is I moved to the healing spirit, so Nora could get a heal.
Okay. Just going to roll that for him, and then you still have action if you want.
Can I use part of the action to move closer to Sarah and pick her up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
it
going
would
to
be
do
a
that
dash.
and try and help her with the... next round I'll help her with the...
Hang on, it's not a full 8d6, Fox. That would be a full, it's not 8d6 for a single round, right?
It's up, my Wood Sage's course, so I cast it at level 2, but my Wood Sage's course upgrades it, so I just hit it to, I think it upgrades it to level 5, so I just did a level 5, and...
alright, it is that much, yeah, I didn't, okay, yeah, it is 31, then, never mind.
Maxed out.
That is a huge, that was a big heal, so, that was Norok, not Pogo.
That was Norok, Pogo got 15 earlier.
Oh wait, does it not heal everyone it passes through?
Well, it didn't pass through you. She just moved it to Norok, who's behind you.
Oh, got it. Why am I not seeing Norok? I see Sarah.
Norok is right around the corner. If you see the healing spirit, he's on the stairs. Yeah, he's on the stairs right behind you.
Oh, got it. Got it. That's cool.
So just out of view of you, just barely. All right, sorry, Fox, go ahead.
So I'm gonna pick up Sarah, try and put her kind of on my shoulder and help her with the circle. Also, my next plan is going to be to make a freaking leather version of this and literally carve it in, because trying to draw it every time is not going well.
Trying to draw what?
The circle. Version? So I'm literally gonna make a
stencil. So
a leather stencil of.
Would it shorten the time?
We'll discuss that later. You can at least potentially research that idea. The thing is that the trouble isn't necessarily drawing it as much as the magical investiture. But I like the idea, and I think it might
even
potentially
if we could just put it down and then still have to spend put it somewhere and still have to spend the time to activate it, even if it doesn't cut even if it just cuts the drawing time a bit, and we still take 8 rounds to activate it, that's fine, as long as we don't have to keep drawing it in really crappy situations.
I like the creativity, and therefore I think that it's certainly possible that you guys can come up with something. It may not cut it in half or anything like that, but you could probably mitigate it at least a little further to make that a little easier for you guys, just because it is a very creative solution. So, all right, Fox. So, Sarah, you're allowing Arteme to pick you up, piggyback style.
I mean, sure.
All right.
I'm not going to bite Sarah. Don't want to be in the water.
You still have, you still have, Fox, then. You're not limited your movement yet, so you have another 20 feet or so if you have anywhere that you want to go further than that. Sarah isn't drawing just yet, only because I don't know that, at least I don't think you've decided on a new place to draw it, so.
No, I need someplace dry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll move with you to a bit farther in, I guess, then?
Okay, so you can make it, just by pulling her and kind of carefully moving past Pogo, You do see, as soon as you come around that corner there, Artemay, you see guards at the north that are coming this way. They now see Nazim and see a non-threatening giant ape filling the hallway, but now see you too as well when you pop around the corner there, holding Sarah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask Sarah where she wants to draw.
Here, let me go over here so I can actually see down this hallway, maybe. There we go. I don't know. Maybe up those stairs if we can get past those guys.
Those are all down. All those stairs go down.
The one behind them?
Yep.
Shit.
This is a cell block. All of the cells are basically the same. It's just a matter of the stairs going down to them.
Does it look like this door behind us? Does it look like if we close this door, it'll stop the water?
It's not a. It's a bar door. It's just like the others.
All right. Well, I can't draw it here. It's not going to do us any good. I don't know where else to go but away from the water.
Sarah, make another intelligence check.
Oh man. At disadvantage again?
No, this one would be a flat roll, I think. You don't even need to roll all that high, because this is something you guys have noticed already, so...
Well, that's...
10 isn't... literally, that was going to be the cutoff, but come on.
I mean, the other option is I make a tree, and then we go to a different place, and then use a different circle.
I was going to give you a better hint than that, Becky, but you got a 10, which is literally the cutoff. I was hoping for anything higher than that, but it didn't need to be that high, but I'm going to have to be as cryptic as possible there. Artemay,
but it's not like below, right? It's like past the guards somewhere?
No, it's coming from multiple directions. It's coming from... there's one in each of these cells.
Oh, God.
Do you understand what I'm saying now? There's another possible egress that has not been investigated just yet that you can potentially think of, but you know the light that's coming through is coming out of somewhere, obviously. All right, so Artemay, that was bonus action, movement, and action to dash. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
All right, that brings us to the guards. The largest one that is holding this is for Nazim mostly, but well, really all of you guys that are around the corner there, except for Norok. Pardon me. The largest one that is holding a greatsword looks at you suspiciously, Nazim, and he steps back slightly.
As I start running, I'll start to kind of prep my hands.
Okay. And he steps back, and two others come rushing past him and running towards you. And make a deception check with advantage, and the DC is going to be very low. These guards aren't particularly smart necessarily. It's just a matter of whether they catch your fake out or not. Okay, yeah, that's plenty. All right, so these two come rushing toward you as you step backwards and then begin to illuminate this door shape, and they immediately rush through it in their fervor to chase at you and disappear and appear in a cell further away. You know where they are, of course, but there's a clank of metal as they kind of land on top of each other in this tiny cell, and they're shouting coming from behind you now. There is a third that comes around the corner after them, but seeing that basically they're running in a straight line, and the third has time enough to recognize what happened and stops, and he kind of pulls a big heavy blackjack out, and he's kind of held it up in front of him.
All right. So we lessened our folks by half. So at this point, obviously everyone knows what's going on. We could all see it here. But just in case, actually, no, we're good.
Something else happens real quick as well. I'm gonna. Well, it's on their turn anyways. I put one guy in the combat tracker, but technically it's all of them going. I just put them all so that there's not multiple on the same round here. If I can click the right thing there. There we go. All right. The one with the greatsword shoves his presumed subordinate, potentially at least, out of the way, and is going to rush past you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to. He can just barely get to Artemay. Is going to kind of shove into Artemay's space, kind of shoving her out of the way, right up to Pogo's face, and then Pogo, Artemay. And Nazim, actually, Nazim, technically, you would have gotten an opportunity attack as he passed if you chose to, unless you have Warcaster, it would just be, a melee attack, but you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, I could do an attack on him, you said?
Yeah. I don't think you have Warcaster, do you?
I think I do, don't I? Forecaster was one of the things I got. Hold on a
Oh,
second.
you did?
Check.
Yeah, you do have Forecaster. All right, so provokes an opportunity attack from you. You can use your reaction to cast a spell. Actually, sorry, you can't because you already used your reaction as readying your action for them to go through the gate. So no reaction there. What were you saying, Justin?
Oh, never mind.
All right. He rushes past you. Then Nazim kind of shoves Arteme out of the way. Not physically harming you, just basically to get past you in the same general area there. And peeking around the corner there, looking past the giant ape. If I can click on him. It's a downside, I guess, of this thing where I'll put you right back, Justin. Of them being in the same cell here. Looks down the hallway, and there's a flash, and he disappears briefly.
No, counter spell. You ain't going nowhere.
Mark off the spell slot, and then I'm going to reveal something you're not going to like.
Oh man.
Also, why do we care if he goes down there?
I don't know. I just figure he's gonna like set off some type of alarm or something.
Alright, mark it off, and then you know what? I'm gonna say that in narrative that Sarah.
Can I do my reaction to attack him as he runs past me?
It wouldn't be an opportunity attack, but you were saving your action in the event that he did, run within melee range, right?
Oh no, I just meant an opportunity attack.
Misty. Well, what he did would not provoke an opportunity attack. Yeah. But the reason that a counter spell wouldn't work, I'm going to say that Sarah knows this. There. I just send it to you because Sarah would be the only one that would recognize that, especially from being right next to him.
Oh.
And just past you, he's right next to Norok right now. Unfortunately, he didn't know that. He didn't know that there was a Norok hiding around a corner. But he is very close to Norok at the moment, and that is it for their turn, bringing us to Garup. Garup is going to rush up the stairs.
Okay, wait, so why did counterspell not work?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Because
30.
it's an ability. It's not magic. It's psionic, so it's an ability that he has.
That's such a good line too. I love that one. That episode. All right, that brings us to Norok. What you doing, G?
All right. I'm going to. Well, I'm assuming I noticed Homeboy running in front of me, or kind of popped into existence in front of me.
He teleported into that space there and is not paying you any attention at all. He's trying to rush down the hallway, the direction you guys came from.
Did he have to roll anything to try to get past the giant ape, or?
He didn't
Oh no, that's right.
walk past you. He teleported.
Yeah. He stepped around it.
Yeah.
Question: Did it seem like he noticed Clover was on the ape shoulder? Like that the ape was holding Clover?
You didn't see him look in that direction at all. You're not sure. Right now, if anything, the ape would be kind of blocking your vision of him, but even for Norok at the moment, it's not looking backwards.
I just meant like when he was running at us, did it seem like he noticed Clover was in the arms of the ape?
Make a perception check.
I'll make one too, just to see.
Yeah, you were right there too, Fox. That's fine.
Yeah, because he pushed me out of the way, so I would have kind of tried to pay attention where he was looking.
Yep.
And not with that.
There's shit. Now that Arteme's there too. This would. All right. So the whispering. I'm just gonna say this. I guess that Sarah and Arteme are close enough to audibly recognize this. Oh, sorry, Becky. I didn't see that you'd rolled your perception check. No, he didn't look in her direction at all. He basically ignored the ape and teleported past.
Okay.
But what does stand out is now that Sarah and Arteme are standing next to the ape who is holding Clover, her murmurs are becoming more conscious, and she's still murmuring, "Must reach Caius. Must reach Caius," is what she's saying. Like in her sleep, like panicked, or in her vaguely, half-conscious state. So, sorry, G, go ahead.
No problem. Do I get advantage on this? Is he totally oblivious?
He's aware that you're there. I guess it's not an ambush if that's what you mean. He's not surprised. Yeah.
Then I will. Did that work? Use reckless attack.
Okay.
Okay. And.
You just try to hold him down on the water and drown him.
That's not a bad idea to sit on top of him.
can't do any voice spells either if his head's full of it. His mouth.
It wasn't a voice spell. Psionic is all mental.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Yeah.
So he bashed his head into the wall, disorient him, and then put his head underwater.
All right, Ben. So you rushing up the steps, the last of the final steps there, pulling the. Well, you probably already had it ready, but swinging the Sword of Stolen Hours in his direction, almost clothesline style, knowing that he's coming this way. He seems to almost fade and just like move slightly right out of the position of the blade, and then re-solidify right behind it. You can immediately tell, obviously, that this guy, at least you haven't seen the other ones, you don't know, but at least this one is not what he appears to be. I don't remember. Was Norok there when Artemis was attacked by the false clover at the Crow Fort? Do you remember?
Yeah, he was. I know. We followed the false clover up into a tower.
Yeah, because you told me that I had noticed something was up with the false clover, right?
I think you smelled her. Yeah, I think that you smelled that she smelled like ozone. Yeah, she smelled like ozone.
I noticed.
Yeah. Well, Artemis did because she got stabbed. Yeah,
similar smell here.
Yeah, exactly. This creature seems to be certainly related to or akin to what you fought at the Crow Fort. Yeah.
Okay. Try my second one.
Okay.
Oh, has Ozzy replied to my message?
He did not actually. So that whole I meant to get to that. Sorry, he did not reply. There was an odd silence because typically he would reply within a short period of time. So
he could just be sleeping or something.
It could be. Yeah, you do know that it's only 10:30 a.m. right now, which makes it like 2:30.
Yeah, so. And poor guy keeps getting woken up with messages.
It's not our fault.
Just hits, G. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ooh, not a great roll there, but as you swing back the second time, you manage to catch him almost in the back and almost tripping him forward. There is a spray of like a greenish bluish blood that splashes against the wall. Artemis can't see from this direction, so never mind. Go third attack. Oh, I guess you don't.
Yes, he does. He's hasty.
Oh, that's right. He's hasty. Yeah.
Okay.
He gets in a whole nother action.
Which I think it says that's only one single melee attack, right?
Yeah,
still
it says single attack.
Sweet, thank you. Sorry about
that. You should be having -1 on these, and I'm not seeing, or minus D4. I'm not seeing that because you fell unconscious.
Did exhaustion pop up?
Actually, that 19 wouldn't have hit in that case.
Says I have the passive
it's on there. Yeah, it shows it on there. I don't know why it's not
applying. Want me to roll a D4?
No, it's fine. I'm not going to wreck on it. It's fine.
Okay.
24. Actually, roll a D4 for this one though, for the third hit or for the third attack. Sarah, you're up next, and then Sako, you're after that. That'll still just barely hit. I guess it kind of didn't need to, as AC is 19. So since you got a 24, the most you could roll on the D4 is 4.
Okay.
So probably wasn't necessary, but
well, I still tried to screw it up. Just didn't quite work.
You get the damage roll, Con? Go. There we go. That's a better roll.
Much better.
All right.
I'm gonna yell to the group that this guy is faster than he seems, so be careful.
All right. He doesn't have what I was looking for, so that is he doesn't have a reaction that I want to use at this point. So that is it for your turn, then, G.
Yes.
All right, Sarah's turn.
Okay, so that light I noticed, does it seem like if I go south I'll get closer to the light here?
What I was referring to is that there are windows in every single one of these chambers that lead outside. There's sunlight coming in.
Right.
That's what I was pointing out. You just rolled real bad, and I didn't want to just tell you it's a window.
So it's fine.
So I would say that Sarah would recognize that a window could potentially be a way out, even if it's just outside of the building where the water is not. It's up to you what you guys want to do with that information, but Sarah would recognize that is all I'm saying.
Or some stairs that go up.
Yeah, so far none of
that. Yeah.
I'm not sure if we could actually see this or if Norok saw it, but like where Norok is down the stairs, there's something glowing.
No, that was where I was originally intending to do the circle.
That was her circle.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the spell effect on the ground of Sarah drawing the circle. That's all.
I was just wondering. I'm like, okay, what is that?
Based on the physics of water, this water is going to take a while to fill up those cells a few feet. You could probably do it on the wall. Based on how
but I'm
water
only
actually works.
I'm only 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
So the bottom of this thing, the top of this thing is going to be like maybe 4 feet.
Well,
The
that's
top
why I
of-
was going to keep you on my shoulders to draw it. and
With-
help
yeah,
you
if-
with
That's
it.
a good idea.
If-
That's a good idea.
Well, if Artemis is doing piggyback, holding you up piggyback, you can draw the full circle. The ceilings are 10 feet. It's just over 10 feet, so there is enough room to draw floor to ceiling. But if the water
bottom,
gets a foot,
yeah.
a foot of water would be enough to damage it, and that would not. Well, let's just say that it would have unexpected effects. You may not end
It
up where
would
you
be
intend
real
to.
bad. We could
Yeah.
be in like a cliffside
Yeah,
in a wall.
Yeah.
good gift, G.
Okay. In that case,
Getting all buckaroo bombs on us.
I'm gonna go just underneath this ape here. Now, could I angle this cone of cold to just miss Norok?
At that angle, no. Oh well, hang on. You wanting to hit the well, you don't know what
The
he is,
guy.
but hit this guard captain,
Yeah.
and the water, but not hit Norok.
Yeah, I want to try to like freeze him in the water.
You can. I'm going to say
Up there.
that doing it that angle, there's going to be a lot of wall. Basically, a whole 66% of the cone is going to be hitting the left wall and bouncing back. So Norok's probably going to take some shrapnel, but it won't be huge. Although he is in bad shape already.
Yeah, so never mind then.
If you go a little closer, you might be able to
Try.
just aim past Norok.
Closer, like here.
I was thinking one more, really, because then it would only be
Oh.
him, and then down the hallway, and wouldn't be.
Nope. I'm not getting that close.
All right.
No.
It's like you guys don't trust me.
What else do I have? Okay, then I will just screw it. Oh, that's probably not gonna. He's probably gonna. I'll try it anyways. Fuck it. We're gonna psychic lens this guy.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy at target, and then do I hit the intelligence saving roll thing?
That would be his
Targeted,
save.
or
No, that'd be. I'm not sure if it would let you do it or not, but I'll do it for you. Well, I've got to click it anyways. But intelligence is what he's best at, but he still succeeds, or he still failed rather. So go ahead.
Aha. Boom. All right. Damage. Normal. And
All right. That's cool.
3.
A little yellow beam.
So he gets all of that, and he is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And then I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30.
Are you
Alright.
still? Are you hopping off of Artemis' back because you were?
Yes, because there's a window down here, so Sarah's gonna try to get the fuck out this window.
All right. All right. So you running down the stairs then. His incapacitation doesn't have any visual representation. So Norok, he just freezes in front of you. He was clearly, still intending on running past you and continuing, but he's just paralyzed in place. Like he's still balanced himself. He's not falling into the water, but is apparently paralyzed in front of you.
And I'm going to use a sorcery point to use message as a bonus action and point it towards the direction of my dad.
Okay.
And just tell him to run and grab onto Norok's leg and just hold on tight.
Okay. All right. I'm moving Avar and Theodore on Garrup's turn just so that all the NPCs are together, as well as all the enemies. So, all right.
Just so
That is
he
it for your
can
turn.
start. Yeah, just so he can start getting this way without, drowning.
Okay. All right, Nazim, it is your turn. Your arcane gate. Does that stay open?
I
know-
closed right behind, so as soon as they walked through, I closed it out.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So then, in that case, that's closed behind. There was another guard coming your way, and you can hear more coming down the hallway behind.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So as a team, we're going to start to move down. Is that correct? We're going to follow Sarah.
I mean, there's a window down here. We can get out.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. I will move. Hey, why am I not moving?
You might be hitting the corner. There you go. You might go right first.
15.
There you go. You can call that 10. You would have been able to move diagonal, so that's 10 there, yeah.
Boom, boom, and I still have line of sight. Am I line of sight still with the enemy, or is
you can see one guard. No, you can. Well, you can see one north of you, yeah.
But I could cast over this person's head then.
Arteme?
Arteme.
Yeah. I mean, you can aim around her, yeah.
Okay. I'd like to Eldritch Blast all three with a bonus move.
Okay.
The bonus
Using
move
your glove.
will be the,
But you used your
kiss.
glove already.
No, the glove's already used. I'm going to use the Kiss of Mephistopheles.
Oh, okay. Not as a. Okay, I see what you mean. Not a bonus action, but I gotcha. Right.
Yeah, it says that I could use it as a, let me see, a fireball as a bonus action. Yeah.
But you still have to use your action to cast Eldritch Blast also. It's when you hit a creature with an Eldritch Blast, and that part takes your action. You can cast Fireball as a bonus action using a Warlock spell slot.
Gotcha.
So it's gonna take both. It'll take your action. You'll get all three of the Eldritch Blasts, and then also the Fireball. But that'll take your bonus action.
Gotcha. Actually, I don't see a fireball ready to actually. You know what? No, I'm just going to do the Eldritch Blast then.
Okay.
All three on him.
All right.
What's the button to target him again?
Click him. To click on him so that he's highlighted, and then hit T for time to Eldritch Blast, and then go ahead and cast your Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha. Coming up. Attack normal.
17 just barely hits. 18 just barely hits, and one more. And the last one will not. So roll damage for 2.
2.
Pogo, you're up next, and then Arteme. All right, 25. This guardsman running down the hallway, blackjack at the ready, preparing to kind of swing in your direction. He has it lifted over his head as he's kind of running towards you as you make a tactical retreat. Hitting him with both Eldritch Blasts, he kind of falls against the wall a little bit. He's still holding it, and he kind of begins to right himself, and you see him gritting his teeth as he starts to come in your direction. He's just barely bloodied, so it did a good chunk of damage to him.
That's
right. That was action. You didn't use bonus action, so you still have your bonus action. Yeah, and then you have
bonus,
5, 10, 50. You still have 15 feet of movement and bonus action.
I will move down one more and stay here. No bonus action.
Okay. All right, that brings you to Pogo.
I'm gonna move 5 feet. I only have to be within 10 feet to attack.
Okay.
Holding the injured person in one hand, I'm just going to go ahead and slam my other fist down twice on this guard.
All right.
Which are at advantage because he's incapacitated?
I think so. That's right. Well, that would be a +1 from this angle, which the 17. Roll that again because it would have been advantage. 16 or 17 wouldn't hit, but 21 will. Yeah, 22 with the flanking, so that'll hit.
So first one is that's the damage. Holy shit! Good
Nice.
roll. And second attack with advantage.
That will not hit. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you, from the first swing, just throwing all your weight behind him, still kind of using one arm to hold Clover in place, swinging your off fist in his direction, crashes into his back. You hear crunching, clearly bones shattering inside of him, and he's still incapacitated and not able to physically move himself. He's basically paralyzed, essentially, but would have been thrown forward pretty severely by that because he probably is going to have trouble standing. He's in bad shape.
And then after that, I'm gonna turn back around. And do I hear guards coming from north, south?
You can see one coming from that's just been hit by Nazim's Eldritch Blast straight to the north of you, but there are more coming from around the corner up there as well.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze my way past Arteme.
Okay.
I'm gonna gently put the body down next to Arteme.
Okay.
I'm no longer carrying Clove, and I'm going to kind of post up right here.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna do one step further. Let's see here.
Please don't do that.
Alright,
Just
so-
keep carrying her, please. Please.
Well, I don't know. I can always grab her on the way back, but for right now, I don't want her to get like hit or something. So I'm just gonna
Don't go there. Just carry her where Sarah went.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go here and just bare my teeth and kind of.
Okay. Make an intimidation check. not great. I'll give him
Well,
a
it's
chance
based
to
on
roll against-
charisma.
You know what? That's
Fail.
fair. It probably should be strength based for apes, but
It's okay.
does not seem to be phased by it. He brings the blackjack back up, and he's just holding it like a baseball bat, like he's preparing to swing at you. All right, ready for a
I'm gonna
Pogo?
use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, that brings Star to me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna like create an ice storm right where that guard is,
Okay.
and
Isn't it a big area? Yeah, 40-foot high
it's like a
cylinder. Okay.
20-foot
20-foot radius.
radius.
Okay, that's not that bad. All right. You could aim it at the end of the hallway if you're trying to do it without hitting.
yeah,
Pogo.
that's why I didn't want the ape to go there, but I'm just gonna place it there, so it's not gonna hit the ape, but it's still gonna hit the guard.
All right. That will. Let's see. 2d8 bludgeoning damage, 46 cold damage, failed save. All right, so he's got him and guards that you can't see are going to make their saves real quick.
And I think they take half damage.
On a fail.
Yeah.
He succeeded. He
Yeah,
succeeded.
half damage on success and full damage, so that's nice.
All right. So both of those succeeded. One more is just barely at the edge. Also succeeded. All right. Go ahead and roll the damage for both the cold and the. Hang on. 2d8 bludgeoning, and then 46 cold. But is it? Okay. All right. So roll. Oh, okay. It already had it factored in. All right. So they each take 15. I wasn't sure if it had both the cold and the bludgeoning in, but it looks like they did it all in one formula.
I think you added it in last time. So yeah. So they take that damage, and it's persistent. It stays there until.
Concentration.
Yeah, and it's also difficult terrain.
Oh, it is not concentration though. It's just
No.
up until the duration. Nice. All right.
It's
So
up to the
last.
duration, and it's difficult terrain. So I'm gonna grab Clover and start moving to where Sarah went.
Okay. Until the end of your next turn. All right. Yeah, so you can. She's not incredibly heavy. You can throw over her shoulder, and now that you're not trying to swim, also you can move. It is half speed though, to
Okay.
carry somebody and move. So you have
Alright,
15
so I'm
feet.
gonna do that.
You
Yep,
going
and then-
southwards past Nazim.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
I get a heal since I'm still with the healing spirit on the beginning of Artemis' turn, right?
I'm just trying to find.
Or would I
the
have to wait
spirit.
there?
Okay, I'll just re-find it in my bonus actions and click it here.
All right. Go ahead and roll that, and Ben, you can apply the heal. That brings us to the guards. Sarah, shit, I gotta
He's
see when that.
incapacitated until the end of my next turn.
Okay. All right, so he is still out then. Let me see, because he's not unconscious. It is just incapacitated, right? I
Yes.
think the actual, that's the
Yeah.
incapacitated condition. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let me look real quick here. Come on. Jeez, we roll a lot of stuff in here. No, that went too far. I must have missed something. All right, it's fine. If it's just incapacitated, let me look at that real quick here.
Yeah, it's incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Okay. All right. DuckDuckGo has been getting incredibly slow lately. I don't know if it's just more people using it or what, but it's like getting slower and slower.
You started using Duck?
Yeah. Just for a
Nice.
search engine, yeah. Can't take actions or reactions, that sucks. You know what? It doesn't say bonus action, but clearly it's supposed to mean bonus actions are also included, because it says can't take actions or reactions. It
Doesn't say bonus action.
It does not say bonus actions, but it really should, and it clearly intends to. I really want to use the bonus action because he has, something that would keep him alive. But the thing is, like, by the rule, you know what? Let me check another source. If I can find another source that also uses the same verbiage, or even it might have been clarified by Crawford or something. Let me see. Incapacitated bonus actions. Because it really seems like it's supposed to mean bonus actions as well, but they're so lawyeristic with their writing of it, you would think that they would be, clear about it.
A lot of the stuff they write is not clear at all.
It's oftentimes it can be interpreted multiple ways, but when they just flat out omit something like the word bonus actions when you also have reaction there, that is not necessarily okay. All right, so elsewhere in the DMG, or maybe in the player's handbook, I'm not sure, it says anything that deprives you of your ability to take actions also prevents you from taking a bonus action, and therefore an incapacitated creature that can't take actions or reactions would also not be able to take a bonus action, so that's fine. I would like to be able to use it, but it's pretty clear that that's what they intended, even if it isn't written that way, and you have to reference another rule, which is kind of nonsense. But Ben, did you apply your heal of 12?
Yep, thank you.
All right. The guard that is in the hazardous terrain is going to, stepping forward, gritting his teeth through this blast of hail, is going to take one step forward and swing away with his heavy blackjack at the giant ape. Justin, for a 22. 22 hits on a giant ape, I assume?
It does. My AC is 4.
Alright, well that's... Oh, hang on, that was supposed to be the versatile roll, actually, so ignore that. He's rolling a two-handed. 11. Less, anyways, but 11 damage, yeah. Hang on, I think he has... Is it 2 or 3 for him?
Yeah, disregard the concentration.
Yeah, you don't have a concentration thing. It is 3 melee attacks, so he gets 2 more. Let's roll both of those. There's a second attack, and here's the third.
Yeah,
12 hit. And so 17. Alright, so versatile for 2 more. Alright, so there's the damage rolls. All were 11, and then 16, and then 14. So 31, right? 41. And that is it for his turn. The others... what'd you say?
I said they hit pretty hard.
Yeah. I mean, these are, elite guards to be in an Imperial jail, so they're not minimum wage guards. The others Artemis wouldn't have any way of knowing this, but they were basically the further around the corner. I'd say Pogo could probably just barely hear them. They've stepped out of the blowing storm that Artemis has put up in the corner there.
It's difficult terrain for them to move.
They were only just barely at the edge of it, and both of them, one of them was 5 feet in, and one of them was on the edge, and I still applied the damage to him, so they just barely stepped out of it. And the other one stepped towards Pogo, but basically Pogo's blocking one side, and he, would have to turn around and go back through the storm on the other side. So, since he wasn't intimidated, he still stepped towards Pogo to swing a baseball bat at him. All right, Garup with Avar and Theodore are going to rush up the stairs, kind of trying to, not fall into the water, or not slip rather because of the water, are going to rush around the corner here, trying to come towards Sarah. Sarah had called for them. And that is it for them, bringing us Nork. What you doing, G?
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can hit this guard again.
He is, the punch in his back, clearly separated some things. He is in very bad shape. He's still frozen at the moment, but...
You still have advantage.
And haste.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
And +1. Oh, wait, no, you don't. Never mind.
Just the healing spirit now, so no +1 from flanking. Sarah's next, and then Nazine.
Okay.
23 will hit. Yep. Alright. Second attack.
Advantage on all of them, or just the first one?
All of them.
All of them. He's incapacitated.
Oh, he's still incapacitated. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sweet. Good thing. Another 23, I'm assuming, must hit again, so...
Yep. Alright. You bringing the sword as this, well, we'll get to that. Bringing the sword of Solon Hours down on basically his exposed neck at this point. It cleaves in, falling inwards towards kind of the middle of the torso. You yank it free and spin it around again, and the head goes flipping off into the water. There is a spray of this kind of greenish blue cerulean colored blood that splashes into the water, and the body begins to kind of shrivel into its original shape. You've recognized, of course, that this was not a human, and it was probably of the same species that you gathered the fake clover to be. Would you all? Everybody understands that as a gith, right? Everybody knows what the melted people gith. Everybody gets all that now.
Yeah, that's what I thought that were supposed to
Yeah.
be. So,
Yeah.
okay.
This one was. The others that Pogo, just got beat by, and the others that were teleported, you don't know on them. But at least this one was not what it appeared to be. All right, so the sword does light up, though. The hilt of the sword starts to pulse and beat the heart and the hilt. So you technically have a hasted action from that, as well as your actual hasted action.
Okay, then I will dash. I'm not sure if the lighting is just bad, but are Theodore and Garrett still behind me, or did they move past me already?
They've moved. Hang on. You should have that. You should be able to. I should have turned that on for you.
Oh, that's up to the left of me. Never mind, that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'm going to start moving that way, and if I need to, pick up a couple of little people and start carrying them with me. Maybe Garrett or Theodore, because Avar's got longer legs. So
you could.
hit him first.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I would say that you could grab probably all three. Avar would be the most troublesome potentially, but Garrett.
Well, that's fine. He can hop on too if he wants, if there's room.
All right.
He can piggyback or something. I'll hold a little person in each one.
You're the Norok, those San Francisco trolleys that people just hop on and off of.
Yep.
Norok bus.
Norok Express. Yep.
All right, you still have plenty of movement. Even grabbing, I would say that grabbing all three of them is going to be half speed for you. But otherwise, you have the rest of your movement wherever you want to go.
Okay. Then I will keep going this way because they went.
Sarah went south.
I can see them now, so I'm going to go towards them then,
Okay.
and carry my group of humans with me, or half honeys and half giants.
Half yog.
All right.
All right.
I probably got it right because I don't have half movement.
From there, I think you have 40 feet
Was that
normally, though.
15?
So 5, 10, 15. Well, you had 15 you got half movement halfway through, so that's fine. That's about fair
Okay.
right there, I think. Because
Then I'll be good.
you had normal movement up for a certain, for half of your distance, and then had half, which means it would have been 3/4 total. But that's fine. All right, bringing us to Sarah.
Great. Well, I ain't got shit to do this quietly, so I'm gonna run up to this window, take a look outside, make sure there's nobody directly on the other side that I can see.
We could be up in the air, huh?
Hang on,
we could be,
the window is 6 feet up. The window is too tall for you to be able to see out of it unless you climb or something,
God
and
damn
you
it.
don't have your broom yet.
Make me fucking. Is there any way for me to try to climb up there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say that the cell bars that are on the sides have horizontal bars as well, so you could use those to clamber up on one of the sides, basically one of the cell doors, and then look out. So I'm going to say that that's pretty much because those aren't wet; those are basically below your passive to be able to carefully climb up there. I'm going to tell you that it's going to take all of your movement though to be to get the rest of the distance and climb up. You look out through the window. And you realize that you're not on the ground floor.
How far up are we?
Maybe 30, 40 feet. You don't know. There
Great.
is a ledge. There's a ledge outside, though. You can, if you kind of peeking out, you can see that there's a ledge just below the window. It's not huge, but you guys could potentially, move out to the ledge. But it's not you can see the ground outside. It's just not directly below. It's a ways below.
That's fine. Sarah's got featherfall. She's not worried about that shit no more.
Right.
So, but she can't do this quietly, so she's just gonna grab a python out of her, or piton out of her backpack, and just smash the hell out of this window.
It's not glass. It's a barred open
Oh.
window. It's open. It's open air. It's already open. It's just bars.
God damn it! I thought it was glass.
Sorry.
But at least we know it's not earth. We might be able to break through concrete.
It is just. I mean, it's just brick and concrete. I mean, it's this is solid construction. It's not an ape can push through it type of wall easily, but it is it is just brickwork essentially.
Right. I don't think I have anything that would. I don't have heat metal or shatter or anything.
Sako has the idea. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to blast through the wall the way that.
I mean,
Pogo
I
did it
could.
last session, but
But I'd have to drop concentration on haste, and then Norak ain't doing nothing for a round.
Let's have Norak go
So-
beat the wall. Maybe he'll be able to do something.
We don't have anything that can convert elements into other elements or soften elements, like convert concrete into mud type of situation.
I don't.
can convert my fists into hammers.
I mean, I can make something look more valuable than it is.
There are spells for, transmute, like transmute
Transmutation,
rock to
like-
mud and stuff like that,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't think it's anything you guys have. Artemay might,
Right.
but it would have had to been prepared.
Then I'm just gonna yell at Norok to come this way. And I will... How far can I get? Hang on, this is push. Fine. Right, but I already used my movement, so if I use Chronal Inversion, I can't move away from it, right?
Show
I
me.
used all my movement to get up there. So I was thinking of using Chronal Inversion, so leaving the silvery image of me there, and then going back up this way to see if I could see out at anybody to hit.
You would, yeah,
If-
you don't have enough movement to be able to do that, no. It took the
If-
rest of your movement to climb up the wall.
We could have anyone run past me if we position ourselves. As they run past me, I can ready my psychic shove, and I can add momentum to the push with their momentum. Ready that as a reaction type of thing. Push them through the wall.
Anybody?
I can't even get there.
It'd have to be one of our massive.
Yeah,
people,
it wouldn't be
either
a
the ape or
half-life.
Norok.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
either
Yeah,
Norok or the ape. But if they run past me at full speed, and I cast Psychic Shove to push them an extra quote-unquote 15 feet just for that extra momentum, that might give an advantage to push through that wall too.
Just break through it.
Yeah, it would add to the
yeah.
force for sure, but
100%, yeah.
Alright, I
Which
don't
one is
have
there?
anything that I can do. There's enough light in here that he can see through this window, so I'm just going to use my action to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Oh, nope, not that far. 30. I'm going back here, and I will just wait for something to come around the corner.
All
Tell
right.
Norok to go beat the hell out of those bars if he can, so we can get out.
all right, go knock a wall down. He does have a Warmatic. I mean, he's got the right tools for it, kind of indirectly. It's not intended for that, but if you want to do, some demolition. All right, Nazim's turn. What you doing, Taco?
All right. I guess, are we going to blast through this wall? Have you determined that?
I mean, that seems like what we're gonna try to do. It's on the south. After the
Yeah,
Empire
this
borders.
window way down here.
I forgot to
that-
add the water this round. It wouldn't be far enough to be a huge problem just yet, but I did forget to add
15,
it.
20, 25, 30. So what I'll do is I'll move to this position, looking over my shoulder to whoever, most likely Norok, is going to run past me to push through this wall. And I'm going to ready my Psychic Shove as my, I guess that'd be an action and reaction, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be readying your action, which takes
Ready.
your reaction to do it, yeah.
Okay, so I'll ready Psychic Shove, so as Norok or whoever runs past me, I will add an additional 15 feet of momentum into him.
Real quick, do we really think throwing a body into
We're-
a concrete wall is better than using a hammer to try to break it down?
Yeah, because that's a pretty big drop.
I feel like, and it's also, I just feel like as hard as Norok is, like he's still meat.
He's
Like,
definitely
if it
going
was
to take a lot of
wooden
damage if you do
door,
that.
It would
Yeah.
be cool with like a wooden door. I just don't know if it'll work on a concrete wall, guys.
Yeah, and he didn't have a whole lot of health left.
Through God, all
Elf
things
has
are
no
possible.
way of protecting himself if he flies out the wall. But like maybe you can you do anything to help in a different way?
I can start chipping away at it and start hitting Eldritch Blast, but I don't know if that's going to be able to puncture the wall. Yeah, it might weaken it, so he can just kick it with his leg instead of trying to run full force, maybe.
This would actually be the ideal time for you. Like, Arcane, that was a very creative use of Arcane Gate for sure, to kind of lock those guys in one of those other cells. But now, if you still had it, which you don't now, but if you still had it, this would be perfect time for Arcane Gate.
Yep. So I guess I'll just weaken the wall for now with Eldritch Blast, so that way you don't have to run full force, and we could actually make a more tactical escape. Kick it down, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, gotta get through it.
All right, let's weaken the wall. All three shots centered on the weakest point of the wall, I would assume, is just underneath one of the bars.
Roll the damage 3 times. It's just a wall. It's not going to move, so I'm not worried about hitting AC. So just roll the damage on it 3 times.
How deep is this water that I'm in?
6 inches at this point.
Okay.
It would have moved actually at the start of this round.
From
but
the dynamics of water, it's going to be filling up that first room up to the top of the stairs first.
well, yes, but the water. So some of the water will. Yes, yeah, exactly.
Until that other room next to us fills up. It's not gonna be
exactly.
filling up.
Yeah, it'll be cannibalized, but it won't stop all of it. It'll just stop the amount that could flow down those stairs before the force of it pushes it past that. So it's called total dynamic head. Is the it's I remember because it's a weird name, but total dynamic head is what it's called. It's the friction of water passing a pipe or a wall or anything like that. So, anyways, the resistance of it would slow down. So, 29. Okay. You do see chips and chunks beginning to break out of it. All 3 of them impacting the same spot. You kind of knock through about half of the depth of one of the bricks. Which are pretty, they're solid chunks, so that's still a good amount. It is, in one precise location, only about maybe a 6-inch diameter of blasted area out of it, but it's certainly a weak point to start from when it comes to, hammering and 8 fists or whatever. So, that it for Nazim?
Yep, that's gonna be it.
All right, that brings us to Pogo.
Super easy. I'm going to attack this dude twice with my fists.
Okay. He's in really bad shape already. He may not survive that long. If you're, you know what? Actually, before you do, hang on. It was an automatic reroll, the natural 1. That's fine. I was gonna say the natural 1 might be okay. You do feel like if you hit him again, you're probably gonna kill him.
Yeah, I'm an ape and he's attacking.
Okay, that's totally fine. No problem. Just wanted to make sure that Pogo is aware, or that Ape Pogo is aware that he's about to murder a guy.
Pogo might feel bad about it later, but
these people tortured our friends. Okay, don't feel bad about it.
Well, hang on.
The regular guards probably didn't.
Yeah, but they knew about it, man.
We're working for people who tortured people we like.
Sorry, y'all.
All right, if you want to justify your war crimes, you go right ahead. 23.
And them torturing people isn't a war crime?
Well, you don't know who's been doing the torturing. You know that one of those guys was clearly not what he seems. This one, by the punches and the hailstones that are spanking against him, his blood is definitely red. It is not the cerulean color of the Gith that you've seen thus far. So that is more than enough, though. Pogo ripping and tearing, just punching away at him, grabbing the lower jaw and just tearing the head right off of the shoulders. He falls back into the storm. He's dead.
Alright, I am going to move 10, 15. I got 40 feet, but I'm basically going to go into this hallway. And I am going to sit down and block the water on things. Seeing the water coming out of the room, seeing it just like pushing through the hallway, starting to go, I'm just going to kind of lay down and act as like a human beaver.
Alright, okay. Cool. I mean, it's that much mass. It would definitely slow the water down.
Have I touched the healing spear, or is it just hanging out back there?
It's still around the corner. I think.
You know
actually,
what?
hang on. No. Artemis turns next. So, assuming that she's gonna move it, then you'll get your opportunity there.
Yay!
But the problem is, I need to move it to a point I could see, and I currently can't see it.
You can see the point where you can move it to. You can't see the spirit right now. But if you move the spirit past Pogo, you'd be able to see it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Alright, then I'll go and move it for you. Alright, so there she's passing through Pogo at the very least, so if you want to apply that, it would be potentially...
she's going to move it wherever she can...
Yeah, I guess where are you going to stop it, Arteme? You could stop it either there with Pogo, or down to Norok and you, or Sarah or Nazim.
I'll move it through him, that way there other people get a bit of heal too before it disappears.
Okay.
Well, it's got 30 feet, so it could move all the way to Theodore.
10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can get it down to, just basically right there, which would be everybody except for Nazim would be able to get one touch of the heal. Yeah. Yeah, Nazim is just barely too far out of the way.
Fucking nice.
Okay, so everybody gets 12 heals.
Except for Nazim.
Yeah, sadly.
He used his 2 potions and he's still at low health. He's at 38, so not as bad as it looks.
I'm trying here, okay? Okay, so I put the template to put it at level 5, but it's doing 4d6. And the other time when I did it, it did 8d6, so I'm not sure what the heck is going on with it.
You upcasted to level 3, right?
Oh, okay, So because the Wood Sage's chorus, it
Yeah, but
upcast to
your initial
5.
casting though, what spell slot did you use?
Well, when I hit it, I upcast it to 5, because that's
Okay.
where it would go, and then I hit the heal skill from like the thing. But it's being weird. It's doing different ones each time.
Manually roll it whatever it's supposed to be. Just
Yeah, you can. The individual ones from. Oh, hang on. I think I know what you did. The sheet you want to use to do those individual ones is the character sheet for the healing spirit, not the spell from your spell book. Does that make sense? The ones you're looking for are these heals. So double click on the healing spirit, and does it bring up the character sheet?
Oh, okay, yes it does.
Yeah, you have the ownership of that one, so these are the ones you're supposed to be using for those. So if you casted it at level 3, meaning you used a level 3 spell slot, what you would want to click on is the one that says Heal L5, because you would get the 2 free ones from the Wood Sage's Chorus. Yeah, so go ahead and click that. There you go. So it was 46 is correct then, so 12.
Okay,
Which means
yeah.
that one of those heals, the earlier heal, was wrong, so that's fine, then we're not going to roll it
But
back.
like I
so.
said, I put it like I hit Healing Spirit for the cast level. I would upcast it to 5. I put it to not consume the slot because I'd already cast it earlier and it's still up. I hit cast spell.
Oh,
and then
okay.
I hit the heal, like that popped up.
Alright, then in that case, if you were casting using a level 5 spell slot, then you would use the one that says L7 because of the 2 extra levels from Wood Sage's Chorus.
Except I wasn't, like I was already, the L5 was the already upcast from the Wood Sage's Chorus. So it was supposed to be L5. So
Right,
I'm
yeah,
not
then
sure
it's
why
good.
the other one did like 8d6. So like, yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. It doesn't matter though. It's fine. For right now, it wasn't a huge difference. I think it was 30 something, but it's 15-ish. I'm not gonna roll back and check for that. So, all right. So that's movement and bonus action to move your healing spirit. Any actions?
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, you didn't move yet either. So
No, I haven't moved yet. Oh, whoops. So guards are still coming towards us, right?
well, you don't hear anymore. There's enough noise coming from the storm. You probably wouldn't be able to easily hear anything coming from further down the tunnel there. But at least at the moment, that you don't see anything coming out of the storm that you've made.
Okay. So I'm not sure when the storm actually ends.
It ends at the end of this turn.
At the end of this turn. Okay.
Yeah, your turn.
What I'm gonna do then is wait for this to reload. But I'm going to cast Whirlwind or something.
Is it something you have prepared?
It's one of the things that I prepared.
Oh, I see it. Level 7.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have
Right.
to cast it at level 8 because I can't cast it at level 7, and I'm gonna cast it where they were coming from.
Okay. A whirlwind howls down to a point that you can see on the ground within range. Whirlwind is a 10-foot radius, 30-foot high cylinder centered on that point. Until the spell ends, you can use your action to move it, blah, blah, blah. Whirlwind sucks up any medium or smaller objects that aren't secured to anything or aren't worn or carried by anyone. It says objects specifically, so that wouldn't be creatures necessarily. A creature must make a dexterity saving throw first, the first time on its turn that it enters the whirlwind, or that the whirlwind enters its space. Takes 10d6 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half. You guys are just gonna flat out murder all these people.
Yep, I'm not, like, we're all pretty much exhausted and stuff, and I'm not being nice anymore.
It's okay to kill people when you're tired. That's fine.
No, I see it as they kidnapped people we care about, tortured them. Even if they didn't directly torture them, they're working for the people who did.
You don't necessarily know if they're doing it willingly, but that's fine. You can justify your war crimes however you want. But they are. I guess it's hurled in a random direction. They could end up being potentially hurled in his direction. But all right, so you're casting that. That is a odd spell choice for the animation that they use, like a fireball. All right, but you're casting it up at the end of the hallway, though, right?
Yep.
All right.
And then I'm moving towards the thing,
Okay.
and I can't pick her up. Okay.
You can. It's just half movement, that's you'd be fine right where you're at. Except for
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna bring her here.
Right.
Oh, I meant like I can't physically pick her up from.
Oh yeah, the map. Gotcha. All right. That brings us to the start of the next round. I think we'll go ahead and we'll stop here, just so that we're not middle of the round for next week. Everybody good for next week, the Saturday the 29th, or do we need to do Sunday?
I believe I am.
Yeah,